In the early 15th century, a beautiful princess from the Chinese Ming dynasty, Hang Lipo, arrived in Malacca to be presented as the bride to Sultan of Malacca. She was accompanied by several hundred attendants of noble descent to keep her company at her new home. The entourage later settled in Bukit China in the Malay archipelago, eventually intermarrying with the local Malays. The mixed marriages marked the beginning of a new generation of people in Malaya. Although the story is largely based on legends, the era in description stays true to its origin when Chinese traders came to Malacca and settled with the local Malay women. Peranakan translates to descendants in Malay language, where Baba refers to Malay descendants, while Nyonya, the females. The uniqueness of this minority culture is the assimilation of Chinese traditions into Malay customs. Since the beginning, Chinese cultures were retained, at the same time adapting of local Malay traditions in effort to minimize the culture shock. We traveled all the way south of Malaysia to the city of Malacca to discover and endeavor deeper into the Baba and Nyonya culture. The presence of this beautiful culture was felt all over the city despite it being a minority culture. Language of Baba Nonyas in Malaysia is a variation of Creole called Baba Malay, a blend of Hokkien Chinese and Bahasa Melayu.
They will start with the Hokkien dialect first, father dialect. Father say Lu and Gua. Lu and Gua means you and I. Okay? In Malay, at the back will be Lu nak pergi mana, Gua nak pergi pasai. Besar-besar, luar-luar, keluar-keluar.
The language itself is a wonderful representation of how different combination of cultures has melted together, giving birth to this novel and unique culture.
This is how they speak. This is how the Peranakan people, because of the slang, and they don't know how to speak a very good Hokkien one. So when the Hokkien, they talking already will be mixed already. Mixed already.
The clothing, the traditional attire for the male or babas, mainly consist of a Chinese-style jacket with intricate embroideries sewn using gold threads. The ladies, on the other hand, wear sarung kebaya, a heavily embroidered Malay-style tunic similar to that of a baju kurung, paired with a Western-style long skirt. The ensemble often includes silver ornaments like kronsang, brooches, hairpins, earrings, and pendants as accessories. Such ornaments were adopted to differentiate themselves from Chinese laborers of the late 15th century. Among the most grand celebrations include the wedding ceremony, which is largely based on Chinese traditions and is one of the most colorful weddings in Malaysia and Singapore. A traditional Peranakan wedding can make up to a 12-day affair, which is usually carried out in the bride's house, where ceremonies like lap chai, exchange of gifts, and chiotao, coming of age, takes place. Similar to the rest of the aspect of the culture, the food as well is an amalgamation of Chinese and Malay cooking, giving it a distinct flavor of its own. The Peranakan cuisine has been an increasing popularity. It combines Malay and Chinese ingredients and cooking methods, taking influences from both the cultures. The Peranakan cuisine has seen an increasing popularity among the Southeast Asian community today, proven by the many Nyonya restaurants opened around the continent in recent years.
Used to already makan semua macam Peranakan, and then they all make kuih paiti ke. You know what kuih paiti or not? Peranakan ni top hat dia macam kepok-kepok keropok bunga ros tu, dia tepung macam tu, tapi dia tak ada santannya. Kalau tak santan lebih sedap lah actually. And then he goreng already kepok dia macam satu topi. Macam satu cawan, panjang ni cawan tu, plastik ni cawan macam. Tapi dia panjang macam besar. Besar dia macam, dia bulat dia besar tinggi macam. Tapi dia tak sengkong. Dia taruh itu cili, ini dia tahu sikit cili, dia tahu tu telur dadah tu, and then it's already cut small halus-halus, and then tahu itu celery leaf, and then you will put the sometimes timun macam dalam. And then you put makan dengan apa tak, macam makan pupuk yang dia tahu dengan cili tu Hainanese punya tu cili.
But despite its colorful inside and rich background, why is it that the Baba and Nyonya culture still considered a minority?
Dominant means that you receive a lot of support, number one, from the government. And of course, when you talk about dominant means you must be the majority. Yeah. In this case, the Malay community, the Chinese community, the Indian community, and perhaps the maybe I would say to a certain extent also the natives, they do form the biggest chunk of the populace in Malaysia, and therefore the sheer number sort of help them to boost their prominence in the society. But the Nyonya community is probably a subset of the bigger community. So culturally speaking, you don't receive much attention as much as the mainstream culture. Politically also, you are just, I would say, consider a firefly compared to the moon, you know. So you don't get that sort of limelight too. If you fight only for minority rights, therefore you are not actually being, let's put it this way, as being doing the right thing, you know, because you have got to strike, or you got to sort of fight on a bigger platform.
However, initiatives are being taken to preserve and keep this rich culture alive in recent years.